action was, look away to me. Is I just want to add my 4 cents to an incident which took place yesterday in St. Elizabeth, where a young man was being killed by the police. My initial reaction was, look away to me. He's already been handcuffed. Why not call for reinforcement and take him in alive? Now, at one point, I even on Facebook made the utterance that this seemed like murder. But this morning, having reviewed the video and looking at the determination of this young man, he was insisting that he's not going anywhere with the police. He was insisting that they have to kill him first. The attempt, or the initial attempt by these police officers, were to take this young man in. However, he's insisting he's not going anywhere. The onlookers were also asking him to cooperate. However, he would have none of it. He wanted to be taken in, probably dead. Now, as I said, I thought that they could have taken him in. The police officer who's holding him, it is clear from the video that I've seen that his firearm as well was being held, or probably being held by the other police officer, right? Since they could not just throw the firearm just done like that. Now, but as I said initially, now I don't know the authenticity of the video, whether or not it was being modified, but I've now seen a video being circulated close up where an attempt was being made by this young man to disarm the police. It was at this point that the shots were being heard. It was at this point that he was being killed by the police. Now, yes, some may say he's in handcuffs, but bear in mind, guys, given the fact that he was fighting back, it may have been extremely difficult for the police officers to handcuff him from behind. Now, with his hands being handcuffed before him, he have more leverage, is more able to stretch and to reach for the gun of the police officer standing almost before him while he's tussling and fighting his way. Now, again, we may say every effort should have been made to take him alive. But let us think, what if Andre was able to take that gun away from that police officer? Was Andre going to drop it on the ground, or was Andre going to use it on these police officers? Now, in one video, or in one still picture that is circulated, I've seen where Andre, the hand of Andre, has now reached out to the gun, and at this point, he was not in handcuff. The handcuff was just on one of his hands, which means he was able to get out of the cuff. I don't know by what means, but at that time, when he grabbed for the gun, it seemed like one of the handcuffs may have been released. That, again, in itself, gave Andre an advantage to be able to reach for the police officer's gun. Now, I know Indicom is investigating, and it's important that while the public court Because guys, remember, the public court will say anything. The public court sometimes try you and find you guilty without taking into consideration the evidence or the fact. All you can hear, once somebody says something that sounds good in Jamaica, everybody start type under it on social media. Fact, fact, true, true. As if to say only Jamaicans know truth. We are the only person who know the truth. But everything was sound good. Guys, really the truth. It's a situation, it's a moment that is regrettable. It's an unfortunate situation. And I would like to say to the young men of Jamaica and those who have no respect for law enforcement, it is important. If you don't love yourself, you can carry on like Andre. But whereas you love yourself, it's important, guys. Police stop you, cooperate. Cooperate, then complain. I know people said you don't get justice, but there are many avenues, there are many outlets by which you are able to get a redress. And because we don't believe in the process, everybody fight back rather than going through the process in order to get a redress. Now, in all cases, we'd want to see Andre alive. The right to life is not just something that is constitutional. It's a God-given right. But the question is, what if Andre held on to that gun and was able to get it from the police officer? What would Andre have done? Guys, it's a situation that we will regret. And I'm only hoping that those who are looking and analyzing the video, young men, learn from these incidents. Rather than watch it to argue or to get emotional, let good sense prevail and let our argument be just and fair in relation to Andre as well as the police officer. I regret the situation. I wholly hope that it has turned out differently had Andre cooperated. Sad, the young man is now dead.